Hey guys, good morning, welcome to the live session of Stocks Never Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell. Okay, I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please secure.
Recording in progress.
Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to Stocks Never Trading. My name is Ron. My partner is Dave. Good morning, good afternoon. Thanks for joining, guys. It's Wednesday. It's 11 a.m. It's Wednesday, April 24. Thank you guys for joining. Gold is pumping, guys. We had a buy signal on gold, and it's running right now to 2,335. It's coming right into this big heat up here at the top of the current order book in depth of market, right here at this 2,349 in the futures book, 215 offers and 80 above. This is a huge level of heat up here, and it drove right into this thing. So if you are in buys on gold and you took the signal, make sure you guys are at a break even, a trailing stop loss, securing some profit along the way, and congrats, guys. So we're gonna get into this. Yesterday was a big day in the markets. Tesla had their earnings in the after hours, and they are up. We'll look at them today. We'll talk about why they're up, and we have some other news going this week. Alphabet, Google has earnings this week. There's talks of maybe a forward stock split with Alphabet. So that's good news for shareholders if they actually do something like that. Okay, guys. So thanks everyone for joining. I appreciate everyone on the Zoom. Thank you guys all for joining. I just want to give a shout out to everybody. Welcome, Mike. Miguel, welcome. Jeanette, thank you for joining. Dale, Ramon, thank you. Tanya, thank you. Ferdinand, welcome. Daniela, thank you for joining. Aaron and Juanito, thank you guys. And everyone else on YouTube, I appreciate all of you guys as well. Bhupendra, welcome. Tony Gold, welcome. Canadian Locomotive, welcome. Tashi, welcome. Pablo, welcome. Thanks, guys, for everyone for joining alongside. We appreciate all of you guys. Okay, so we've got a couple hours. Let's make the best of this time. Let's get into the markets. We're going to do an analysis on gold. It's breaking bullish right now, and we'll look at US 30. We did NASDAQ yesterday. We'll flip over to Dow Jones. Right now, Dow broke this level of support and pushing down a little bit. We'll see where this thing closes. Maybe a pullback, maybe a further drop. So just be careful when you're trading, guys. If you can hit the like button as well on YouTube, subscribe to our channel for free daily live New York education. And I'll leave it on in Bookmap on gold. You see how it just cut right through that big level? Okay, so that area, 2,349 as I'm speaking, got flipped over and it turned into green bids right now. So there is a lot of big buyers right now. Look at the cumulative volume delta, how it just jumped from over here at 500. Now we're trading at it's at 1,300 up here. So very strong move on gold, guys. Careful counter trading this thing because it is very powerful. Okay, so let's get into the news first thing. Let's start off with our Forex Factory. Some of you guys have already been trading, so we've already had our London news this morning, 3, 4, 5 a.m. We had Credit Suisse news, we had German news, German 10-year bond auction. We moved into 8:30 a.m. We had in Canada core retail sales, not looking very good. Retail sales month over month, not looking very good. US had core durable good orders and durable goods at 8:30, and then we moved into Wall Street 10:30. Just about 30 minutes ago, we had our crude oil inventories. So this affects crude. We had a really nice buy signal on crude oil yesterday. So that's I went to the gas station and I was filling up some premium 94 octane at $2, 199.9 cents per liter, $2 a liter. I scalped oil for a little bit. I made enough to fill up my car with gas yesterday. So you can use the skills of trading to fill up your gas tank with crude oil. So that's crude. Their inventories came out today. If you're following that, make sure you look into this, what this actually means, okay? And then we've got bank holidays in New Zealand and Australia later this evening, okay? And then moving into tomorrow, guys, we do have some news tomorrow, 8:30 Thursday news. Please go over this with your right before you're trading. Now let's move into earnings. Yesterday we had Tesla. Okay, so I just want to talk about Tesla real quick. The earnings were not that great, but remember what we tell you guys. Sometimes earnings and it's more about the forward guidance. It's about the conference call. It's about what Elon Musk has to say for what's going on in the next quarter. And what did Tesla announce? Do you guys know? Did you guys look into it? Currently, Tesla is up 11.5% right now. They're up almost $17 a share to $161. And what they announced, why investors and why this big rally right now after their earnings yesterday, is because Tesla stock surges as EV, electric vehicle maker, will accelerate the launch of cheaper cars. So Elon Musk was hinting that maybe they're going to make or drop the prices on their current vehicles or create a cheaper version of a Tesla to maybe compete with the cheaper brands out there, because Tesla is a luxury brand, but maybe they want to make it more mainstream for more individuals to afford. So that looked good, and that's why there is a rally, and that's why it's always good to look at forward guidance. Even if the earnings are a disappointment, revenue is a disappointment, forward guidance might provide some insight into the future and what investors are looking to buy. So do you guys understand that? Did you guys see that yesterday? Did you guys follow Tesla's earnings? Did you guys maybe listen to the conference call or just read up on it, guys? You can find articles on any of these things, okay? So that was Tesla yesterday, and there's a little bit of a rally on it today. So if you had some call options going into the earnings, you did fantastic. And then today, this morning, we already had Boeing. So we had some defense contractors this week: Lockheed Martin, Boeing, General Dynamics. We had General Dynamics at 7 a.m., Boeing at 7:30, AT&T Corporation Telecommunications at 6:30. So we had some big names this morning, have already released in the after hours today. So Wednesday, April 24, after the close. This is a big one, guys. So remember what I told you yesterday? Tesla was a big one. This one, can we please highlight this? Can we please put a big red star around this one? This is Meta Platforms. This is formerly Facebook. These guys are a driver in the market. They're part of the Magnificent Seven, and this will move the markets, okay? So whether you're trading S&P, if you're trading NASDAQ, if you're trading the Dow Jones, there will be moves, but more specifically in NASDAQ, okay? Because it's comprised more tech. So please, guys, keep an eye on this. 405, same time like yesterday. If you're trading in the after hours, if you're in an open trade, just be careful, okay? Then we have Ford Motor Company, part of the big three in the United States: Ford, GM, Chrysler, now it's called Stellantis. Chipotle, this is what I was talking about yesterday. Chipotle Mexican Grill. How many of you guys enjoy going in there and getting your burrito? So Chipotle will kind of give us maybe some guidance as to retail spending. Are me and you, are we going spending our money at Chipotle? Are they doing really well, or are they getting a cut in their revenue and a disappointment because maybe inflation is too high and we can't afford a $30 burrito, so we have to spend our money wisely, so we can't go and splurge on a burrito with extra guacamole over here? I don't feel like I want to pay $50 for a burrito just because it's got some guacamole. So times are tough for some people, and we'll see Chipotle, and this kind of gives maybe a little bit of guidance to retail spending, okay? And this can help you with CPI and inflation and things like that. IBM, big company here, okay? So we got International Business Machines. I'm sure some of you guys have heard of IBM. They report at 4:10. So we've got busy after hours earnings, okay? So be careful trading, be alert, be aware, maybe look at these individual companies. I like trading Ford Motor Company, so I'll be watching them as well. Wow, Micah, for real, it's $22 for a bowl, but a ton of new stores popped up. That's a lot. $22 for a bowl. Like it's getting crazy. I remember when they first opened up, Micah, they were like $10, $8. Now they're 22. It's getting crazy. Times are tough. Okay, guys. So just continue going forward. Yeah, guys, McDonald's. Tell me about it. I went yesterday. I don't eat McDonald's too much, but my son does. He wanted that one, the little Yachty remix burger we have in Canada. It's like a cheeseburger and it's got the chicken inside. I I got that for him and some fries. It came up to $13. And like it's getting crazy. It's like just a little cheeseburger with a piece of chicken in it. Little Yachty is killing us here with these remix burgers and fries. It's $13. I got my daughter a Happy Meal, four-piece chicken nugget Happy Meal. It came, and myself a coffee. It came up to $25, guys. It's getting ridiculous here. Sorry guys for the rant, but just real life talk. It's getting crazy over here. Okay, and these are our Discord signals over here. Okay, so just want to touch up on a few over here. This is commodities section. This is what I was just talking about, the buy on gold. So you can see right over here, we're looking for these levels, just like yesterday, very, very similar to the trade we took yesterday, how it was kind of consolidating. It kind of pushed down, but then nice bullish engulfing candle came out of this fair value gap zone. So we're looking for buys above 23.21 here, volume closing above, and then it started to break out and pushing for over 130 pips, clearing this resistance and a little bit higher. Okay, and the trades are taken right here. So really nice play on gold, guys, if you guys got that. Forex major right over here, we touch up on right here. Sell GBP USD released at 10 a.m. So we're following this. We're looking for more volume to close below 124.42. Maybe continue to follow this direction of this arrow and shoot down into 50% of this bullish candle and retrace that back down. Yes, there could be a pullback, but then we're looking for it to get rejected in this zone and push down. Okay, so those are our Discord signals that we release daily on indices, on commodities, on Forex Major, Forex Minor, and they get released throughout the sessions. Okay, and this is our free Telegram group. If we can get everybody on YouTube to it's pinned at the top of the YouTube for you guys to join this. It's free for you guys. You got nothing to lose. But what it does is we give you free signals in here, just like we do in the Discord. And you can see how we release them, how they're updating, if that's something you're interested in. There's other good information in here that we give feedback of all of our snipers, what they're doing. This was our previous Zoom session with Dave, our snipers looking to take a sell right here and learning and earning together as a team. So, and this is some feedback from Asante, one of our members. I'm now trading 2 100K live accounts, past my evaluation with SST signals. One account is up 4%, one is at break even. Next week I'm getting my withdrawals. So congratulations, guys. So it's not just myself trading here, it's not just Dave trading here. We do have an entire team of mentors here, education in the Discord, and we've got our members here that are doing really well. Congratulations. I know it's been a long road and a long journey for some of our snipers in the group, but at the end of the day, it's all worth it when you put in the time, the effort, the sacrifice, the dedication, and then you start to see the results paying off. It's well worth it. Okay, so I can attest to that. My trading journey wasn't the easiest from day one, so it was really tough. I didn't have anyone kind of guiding me or telling me what to do. It was all trial and error and learn everything all by yourself. Sometimes that's the most difficult parts of trading, is when you're doing it all by yourself, and then you can't defeat those demons of greed and when to stop and when to learn discipline and revenge trading and all of that shit, guys. You guys know that it's probably one of the hardest things to conquer. So I'm proud of you guys if you guys are learning how to combat this and become a better trader every single day. It's not going to happen overnight. For some of us, it takes years and years and years to finally figure this game out. But you guys can do it, okay? We have faith in you guys. We're here. We're alongside with you guys, and we'll be here always to guide you guys. Whether whether you're in the Zoom or on YouTube, we're always here for you guys. This is our link right here, guys, stocksnipertrading.com, our YouTube channel. Thank you guys for all the support and the subscribes, sharing the channels, all of that. We do appreciate you guys. Our SST kill shot is right here. This is the link to visit MQL5, and this is an expert advisor that we've developed with a developer who's alongside 24 hours helping out in the Telegram channel with all of the snipers using this. You can download it with a free demo and ask questions and get it situated and see how you like it. And we do stream this live on YouTube as well, so you guys can see how it takes trades and how it operates. Okay, and this is our website, stocksnipertrading.com. Visit it after the call. But let's get into the markets now, guys. This is why you guys are here. Wow, Juanito, amazing. You withdrew 15,000 for your mom yesterday to help her. Thanks, SST. Juanito, this is beautiful, bro. Still up 80,000 after 650. Much love to SS. Juanito, respect, bro, that you're helping your mother out. That's what it's all about, guys. We have a lot of snipers in the group. I don't mean to go off topic here, but a lot of the snipers in this group that are trading for their family. They're trading for their mom. They're trading for their dad to make their retirement easier. They're trading for their brothers, their sisters, their cousins. So that's what trading is, guys. It's sharing the wealth a little bit. It's what it's about. Okay, I know some people are selfish with their money and things like that, but try and give back as much as you can. Juanito, from my heart, that's respect, bro. That you're helping out your mom. That's huge. That's big on you. Amazing. I hope you get blessed now with pips going forward. Okay, guys, so let's get started. So US 30 broke down. Guys, really simple. Like when you're just looking for zones, like I'm sure some of you guys have marked that zone right there from just a support area turned to a resistance, and then you can start to see some volume breaking and a nice little sell-off. Most of you guys maybe got that, and also with gold beside us, you can see over here too a little bit of a resistance. Get some volume break, and then we got that push up, and then we're pulling back. But let's see if it holds, continues to come up. Maybe we'll look for a retracement coming down, or we continue just driving through here. But I'm not going to start off with the 5 minutes. I'm going to go to a top-down analysis. Let's start off with the higher time frames. Let's go to our daily. I'll leave it on Bookmap so you guys can see what's going on over there in Bookmap. Alright, guys, 1 second. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna get started with gold. Top down daily. So if you guys want to follow me, or some of you guys already have your charts done, let's work together on this. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Normally, I start from down here, but we're already moving away from that area. So let's concentrate on what has already transpired lately. So we all know that the gold all-time high is right up here, 2430. So what I do is I flag the all-time high, I bring it down to those current bodies right now, and then draw it red and bring it across. So we're nowhere near the all-time high on gold currently, so there had to be a little bit of a cool-off period, which we had. I want to see now, is gold a nice little shallow pullback and we're going to start to retrace back up, or is it just going to be a pullback and this is going to be just like a little counter buy and then they're going to bring it right back down? So this is what we need to figure out midweek, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and how we're going to close. So and then going down here, areas of what we were always charting this week was this area right here, that area of demand where it held right here. I'm just going to draw a green box. So you see how it broke through here, came back up, wick into the green box, back up, wick in the green box, back up, wick in the green box, back up. So all week we've stretch this zone across, and you can see yesterday, now we can see the final close of yesterday's candle, where it closed and how we're opening up today. So we're trading right in this zone as I'm speaking. So we're going to see if we can break out of here and then continue to trade maybe into 50% of Monday's bearish candle, but maybe this could pull back and we continue dropping down. Okay, so we were consolidating into the all-time high, and then we had the big sell-off on Monday, which negated 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 days of trading. One candle elevator down took out 10 days worth of momentum. Okay, and then it continued to drop for that lower low. And look at where it held. It held perfectly right at that point of interest on the daily where we look at those bodies. So I'm going to draw a yellow line right there for a point of interest, and that was at these bodies, body to body. I believe we had the same exact area to 2290 yesterday, and we came down and that's what we touched. We kissed that and then we bounced off of it. We still closed with some red volume. So now let's just kind of follow the momentum from yesterday and how we're trading today. So yesterday was a continuation off of Monday's big bearish candle. We opened, we came all the way down to 2290. We broke 2300 psychological support, and there was a lot of bids down there that were asking to trade gold back up, where it closed right here at 2320. And in today's open, same open, and then it was initially bearish where we came down to 2310 today. So I'm placing a purple line at today's lower wick, and that's our low of the day. It's higher than yesterday. And then if we look at the overall rally below us, the monthly is still bullish. Yes, we did have a little correction come down on the daily, but now we could be gaining momentum, and maybe we're going to see if we can continue to trade up in here. Now let's figure out our high of the day. So we came up all the way from the low of the day back where we opened to 23.22. So at our closing of yesterday and our opening price inside the green box, I'm going to place a yellow line right here at the bodies, exactly where we closed yesterday and where we opened. That's where the market closed on gold, and that's where the market opened on gold. You and I have nothing to do with this, so that's why I want to put as a yellow line that this is a point of interest. If the volume ever comes back down here, I need to be aware of what could happen here. Okay, and we continue to push all the way up where we opened on yesterday, and we continue to push where we broke from yesterday's high. We created a new daily high. So our new daily high on gold, I think we just got up there, just right here on this big peak. Right when we started the call, it was pushing right through there. So that's what made our high of the day. I'm going to place a yellow line up here on Bookmap so that we can keep an eye on this area. And then this is, so we traded right into that big block. Remember when we started the call, it was really red in here. We were at the top of the depth of market. So it basically absorbed a lot of that volume. There was that impulse break, and then it's kind of retracing right back down a little bit. Okay, still cumulative volume delta is really positive for gold, so maybe we'll just pull back and then buyers will be asked to trade back up here. Okay, and now we have to look above us. Okay, so if we continue driving on gold back up to the high of the day, sorry, let me just make that purple. If we get to our high of the day, then where could we go? We could possibly punch out of here, but then we have this huge red bearish candle at the start of the week on Monday. So if I'm just looking at 50% of it, it's right there. There's my 50%. Half of the candle from the open to the close, half is right there, and it lines up perfectly with these bodies on Wednesday, April 17 and Thursday, April 18. So again, that's where I draw my yellow line. Conveniently, it's located right exactly at 50% of that volume. And then what I do is, the benefit of the doubt of this majority of this red candle, I give the majority of the doubt to the sellers that are in control. So what I do is I use the yellow line as reference, and then I'm going to come down to maybe this wick right there and then draw my red box. And that would be, if we trade back into there, we have to know that we're trading right back into some bearish supply that took the market all the way down. So if we retrace all the way back up on a daily candle, or this week, and we come all the way back up here, that's where we could fill, and then we test this area and it could possibly get rejected there. If it can break through this and we close above 50%, and maybe we get the closure, we retest this, we make it green, and then maybe we shoot back up and maybe we can engulf that entire candle. But we got to take it level by level. Okay, so 50% of the volume is a critical area, psychological zone. So we'll see if the sellers can continue to hold this area down, or if the buyers can manage to push above there and change the momentum of the market this week. Okay, and then other critical scalp levels, if we don't even make it all the way up here, we've got some other critical levels right here. So if we come back to the high of the day and we break out a little bit, right there's two bodies sitting perfectly right here at Friday, April 12 and Monday, April 15, body to body, 2,344.45. So I'm going to place a yellow line right at these bodies. I'm just, you see what I'm doing, guys? I'm just looking at critical bodies in the market. I'm figuring out my scalp zones from line to line, and that's what I'm going to go by. Okay, so overall, now when we summarize, it's overall gold is very bullish when we're coming from a monthly time frame. When we're looking at weekly, this week and the last few days, we see that we hit the all-time high, but since then it's had some rejection wicks, upper high rejection wicks. We had a big bearish engulfing candle come down on Monday. We continue to push down for that low, but it's coming right back up, and now we're kind of consolidating right at the neckline. So it's hard to say where we're going to go, but right now the majority of the volume that's left in today's daily candle is still bullish volume. So we may come back up and try attempt for the high of the day again, or if the sellers start absorbing, they could push down our volume to basically where we opened, and we'll see if we can hold. Okay, so I don't want to sit on the daily candle all day. I'm going to move over. Now what I do is I dissect. I move from the daily. You're welcome to go to the 4 hour if you want to do a 4 hour analysis. No one is right or wrong. I just jump into the 1 hour. I like to look at more specific hours of the day, specifically 8-9 p.m. Eastern. That's the futures market open up. I like to look at 2 a.m. 3 a.m. Eastern. That's London market open. I have to always look at 8, 9, 10 a.m. Eastern. That's COMEX, that's Wall Street, that's big North American news time. So that's where we'll see majority of volume at those times. So right here, big drop. This was Monday night Tokyo session, that big drop on gold. Kind of found our bottom here. Then we reversed back up at COMEX and Wall Street. And you see we couldn't break above here yesterday afternoon. So it came back down, back up, could not break this area. Back down, still holding good support, kind of consolidated, came back up. Then we move into pre-London, London, drop back down, kind of consolidate back down here, and then we start to push up again. COMEX, Wall Street, and 10 a.m. And this was when we just started our call at 11 a.m. The hourly candle came up, broke through there impulsively, hit the high of the day, and got rejected. So now what I like to do is I like to look at the hourly structure, and then I start to go down to the 5 minutes. So we can see some hourly structure inside here. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is get rid of this green box, because we're going to be ideally trading in this area, but we have to acknowledge that it is green, so it's still strong buy side momentum. Now areas, this area, see all these bodies, body, a wick, some wicks over here. If I'm looking to draw maybe an hourly resistance area, I'm going to draw it maybe right inside here. So I'm going to draw a white line to represent hourly. Right there was resistance, right there was resistance, right here was resistance, and our candle on the last hour closed right here, and we opened ignited on the hourly candle. We've got 30 minutes to go, so we have a new 30-minute candle opening in the market in 30 seconds. Our hourly candle was bullish ignited, short wick, and it popped. So just like if this was a 5-minute candle, same analogy. All candlesticks have the same characteristics. So just looking at how big this hourly candle was, measuring up to there, this was a 75, almost 80 pip candle on the hourly, and when we got up there, we got rejected, and we're coming right back down. Still ignited open, it's still holding. It might collect more liquidity and drive back up. If it does, if we continue to drive back up to the wick, we have another location right here. In between the purple and the white line, there's some structure right here at 2,333. So I'm going to draw a white line right here to tell me where my next available hourly resistance is within this zone. Okay, and right now you see that they flipped the candle into a gravestone doji. So it just turned now. You see we are not holding that ignited green open anymore. Now they flipped the candle, they flipped the momentum into the candle, and now we might have sellers in control pushing it down. Now we still have the previous hourly bullish candle. If it continues to push down, again, what I like to do is I like to look at the halfway point. Open, close, halfway is somewhere right around in here. And then what I like to also look at are other critical points on a wick. So I might be just a little bit above the 50%, but I'm going to line it up with that wick right there and have my white line. So this area now, 2026-25 area, might be my hourly support if I give the benefit of the doubt from what's going on at the bottom of this chart. So what I do is I draw like a green box. I might go a little bit above, a little bit below, and center it right around that white line, and maybe target to see if the sellers can push it all the way down into here, and this is where my buyers want to pick up and reverse it back up, and that could be gearing toward this VWAP coming back down. Okay, so we'll see what type of reaction we get in here. Overall, what's going on the hourly? Here's the big rally coming down. So it's a big bearish rally coming down from Monday. We found a little bit of a bottom down here, but we cannot, you see, we're struggling to break this area. Then it came back down, but we built a higher low today at today's low of the day, and we came right back up again, but now they're pushing us down. So we might get gold consolidating this afternoon inside this area. But we got to see how it can hold at 23.25. If the buyers can hold this area, then we may have momentum to rotate back up. If we lose 23.25, then more than likely we're going to push back down to this 23.21 critical point of interest and maybe push down a little further. And then if we break down, I can see again my hourly structure is right around holding the market, like right around here at 23.15. So then I have another white line right in here. So now I got my higher time frame zones mapped out. It's a shooting star candle coming down right now. That's why, guys, I don't get greedy when I trade, even on hourly candles. If you get that hourly impulse breakout, it jumped up 75-80 pips. If you don't do anything, the market can reverse back down. We do this on the 1 minutes, the 5 minutes, but you can see also on the hourly candles, they can do it. Candlesticks have the same characteristics on all time frames. We've been saying this for 5 years now. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, that if you have a plan and you trade to it, you'll be more disciplined and you'll pocket more money over time. If you're guessing where it can go and you have no idea and you're still holding, saying it's going to continue to go, it's going to continue to go, then what the market will do is come right back down and wipe you out right back down to your break even or possible stop loss. So even though this was a beautiful move on the buyers, again, if they don't understand what our tweezer top highs and prior resistance over here, right up, let's see how it traded right into prior resistance right up here. Normally I always check back to see where it could go. I did that exactly yesterday in the trade too, but you can help secure more money trading like that. Yes, you could possibly miss out on a further run, but that's why you can leave a little runner, a smaller position going, because if you don't, it sucks. This pullback is coming all the way back down where these guys entered that big trade, and if they didn't do anything, unfortunately it comes right back. You and I have been part of this a million times, but now I think it's time that we learn how to come up with a plan of what to do so that we can stop scratching our heads and say we would have done that, we should have done that, we could have done that. That's all bullshit. You got to come up with a plan every single day and stick to it, and stop crying at the end of the day. I hate seeing this where there's guys in the group making good money, they're making 3%, and then they're complaining at the end of the day saying, I could have made 5. Guys, if I talked like that all day, I could have told you I could have made 10 grand yesterday, I could have made 30,000. I could have made 30,000 last week, I could have made 100 grand. I could have made 100 grand last month, I could have made $1 million. Those stories are endless, okay? We're sick and tired of those stories. If you go to a coffee shop and you want to talk with your spouse, or you want to talk with your neighbor, share those stories. They want to hear those stories. Traders don't want to hear those stories because we all have them. We've all been part of it. We're sick and tired of these stories. So just get more focused with your trading. I'm telling that to everybody here, please, because we all have those stories. Okay, I bought Bitcoin when it was $14 a Bitcoin. I sold it at 120. Okay, I made 10x. If I held it till now, I would have been a billionaire. Okay, but those times are, it's done. It's done. We can't think about that. We got to keep moving forward. You know, think in reality, not what could have happened. Think in the future what you could do to make things better so that these stories don't happen. Okay, so with that rant, sorry guys, we are consolidating right back in here, right at our green box. So I like to do my my consolidated area right here, and I consolidated right from my white hourly resistance right down to my green box. So we broke out above this zone right here, nice big breakout, but it's retraced right back down. So we're going to see if we can consolidate in here. We'll see if gold can continue to break above 2330, maybe push a little bit higher up to 2333. Maybe it consolidates here, and then we'll see if it breaks down below here. But what could also happen is maybe we grab bullish liquidity in the green box. Maybe if it pulls back in here, let's use this green box as benefit of the doubt that it's going to come in here. Let's not sell this green box. Let's see if the buyers will respect this area and pick up that liquidity and drive gold back up. Okay, but we're also looking for a closure above here. Maybe get that closure, retest this, maybe we drive up to our next line on the charts. Okay, so gold is consolidating right in here. Let me just give you guys the chart in zoom real quick. Okay, so zoom, there is a trading view link if you guys want it. It's the gold analysis. If you guys want to add now, like look at indicators, if you want to take a peek at RSI, okay, we broke above the 70, we got it 76. That's where we hit the high of the day and it dropped. So this area I'm always looking at, this 50 area on RSI. It's kind of the psychological midpoint where neither the buyers nor the sellers have any strength at this point. This is where it's very neutral. So we'll see who picks up momentum here. It can just consolidate. It can trade in here. It can dip down like we can see right here where it just dipped down right over here. Okay, right here you see where it dipped down and then it just started the big bullish move. So keep an eye on that, see if it breaks down, and then we'll come back above here. Then the strength will get strong and then maybe we reverse back up. Okay, so strength is coming down to 50 to settle down. EMAs, if you use these, 9 EMA, we're below it, this green line right now. Our 200 EMA is right here, this purple line, and it's located right conveniently at our daily point of interest if it comes down to 23.22. Okay, so we have another shooting star candle coming down. We're still below 50% of this big red candle, so sellers are still in control of this leg coming down. But this overall is a bullish leg. So this is where the sellers now are breaking the VWAP and trading right down here. So we'll see, you know, when sellers are pushing it down here, we'll see sellers are looking to transact down here. We'll see if the buyers ask to trade back above the VWAP and start asking above here, then this will kind of represent sellers can't find anybody to transact down here, then they got to start trading back up here, and that will produce a wick on the candle, and maybe we can start to push our way back up. But it's still very bearish, so be careful trying to buy this. Okay, so we'll keep gold right over here to the left of the chart. We'll get to US 30 in just a moment. Let's just watch this candle, how it's going to close right now. Full chart on gold. We're 11:39. We've got 50 seconds to go. Okay, so I like to ask, is anybody in a sell on gold? Is anyone currently holding a buy on gold, or sidelines? I'm on the sidelines. I haven't initiated a trade yet. Okay, so this is a big bearish candle. We've penetrated through the VWAP. See the cumulative volume delta? It was, when we started the call, it was up here at 1500. Look at how the sellers have balanced the market right back down to zero. You see, guys? What goes up can come down, and what goes down can come up. That's why, please, if everyone here, we have 200 viewers on YouTube and all of us in Zoom. This is where you got to learn to not be greedy, okay? How many of us have been punished by the markets by being greedy? I'm telling you, all of us, 99.9% of us, have all been greedy one way or another in these markets. And it's hard to recover from, and you will never get rewarded being greedy consistently over time. You might get rewarded for one day, maybe a week, maybe a month. But consistently, if you continue to be greedy and greedy and greedy, the markets will punish us. They have more leverage, they have more capital, they have more control, they will punish us. Okay? So just be disciplined, have a realistic daily goal, get in these markets, get your goal, and get out of these markets. Go on with your day, be busy, have hobbies, have a job, have a business, go out for a walk, go to the gym, do something. If you gotta draw, if you're an artist, if you want to learn how to crochet, do some things. Okay, get out of these markets. Get in, get your daily goal, and get out. Treat this like a business, not a casino. And then you're going to start to see the growth of your account. You're going to start compounding some numbers. You're going to start getting more confident with what you're doing. You're going to start getting more excited trading the markets. You won't be scared to trade these markets. That's what we got to do. Okay, so you see, we just came down to the bottom of the green box, and right now we've got a bullish, ignited, engulfed candle that came all the way right back up, but then they're pushing it right back down. So you see now we're fighting right at this VWAP. Okay, so it broke, and you see the buyers are asking to trade back up here. So I'm going to kind of see how it consolidates right around this zone, because this could dictate maybe the next directional move. Maybe if the buyers continue to bid it up here, we might get that next leg coming right back up to here. So you see, we moved away from that consolidation. Now we're inside here. So I'm going to continue to see maybe if we get some closing volume above 23, 26, 27 up here, green, and then maybe we can get that next leg to push back up. But if these sellers are still persistent and keep pushing and exhausting all of these buyers down, then we might break down here and maybe push. Sellers might have momentum to push it back down to this yellow daily point of interest, and more importantly, the 200 EMA. Okay. So right now we have 2 more minutes to go. It's still consolidating in here. We're approaching 11:45. So 11:45, we're going to get a new 15-minute candle. It's always nice to glance at the 15-minute candles. So this was 10:45 before we started call. 11 a.m. This was that big extended push on that 15-minute candle that hit the high of the day. Then it got rejected. We had this inside spin top at 11:15, and then 11:30, our new larger candle, 30-minute momentum entered the market and continued to come all the way back down. So we're trading right back into this zone where this big bullish move happened, and we retrace right back into this zone. That's why I'm watching on the 5 minutes what will transpire inside here. So currently we've got an inverted hammer candle. It opened bullish, ignited, very strong open, came all the way up almost to the point where it engulfed the previous red candle, but technically there is a lower high, and they did reject the move and they pushed it all the way back down. But this is an inverted hammer candle. It still has the base of a bullish volume inside, so it could continue to accumulate and come back up. Again, we see if the sellers can, right there, you see how they flipped it. Okay, as I was speaking, it came up, they trapped all the buyers again, and then they flipped it into a shooting star candle and pushed for a new lower low. So now volatility is creeping in the last 30 seconds. Why? Because we're entering into a new 15-minute candle in the next 30 seconds. So this is where the momentum and the volume and the volatility is increasing right now. Okay, so again, we can't just judge a candle just on one directional move. We judge the candle when it closes. But let's just make note of, remember, go through all this. I know for a fact that it opened as an ignited bullish candle. It was all the way bullish up to here. Then they rejected it. It still maintained its bullish body. It was an inverted hammer. And then it came right back up there. Then they really flash spiked it down into there. And it's coming right back up. So that's kind of the entire synopsis of that candle in a nutshell. And now we just opened up again with an ignited bullish bar. So you see how the buyers are still maintaining this area. They're still strong down here. They're still trying to hold this, but you can see how much selling pressure there is above us. Every time they come up, another lower high. Okay, so if we start getting red volume closing below here, then we could get that continuation push to down here. And if you're not decided, if you're on the sidelines, then again, maybe we just continue to wait, because this is a critical area where there's now a big fight between the sellers and the buyers right at this critical area at the VWAP. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys, everyone on Zoom and YouTube, what is your bias now? Do you believe that we're going to do arrow 1, maybe do a move like this? Okay, so that's the bullish move, arrow 1. Do you guys believe maybe arrow 2 is a bearish leg coming down? Or 3 is just continue to just trade inside this green box? Okay, so option 1, option 2, and option 3. Option 1 is the bullish, option 2 is the bearish move, option 3 is just continue trading is somewhere inside this box. Okay, so let's see where everyone's at. Okay, I got 2s, I have a 3, I have some 1s. But you see what I mean? Everyone has different bias. Okay, I know it's like a trick question. Some of you guys are going to be bearish, some of you guys are bullish, some of you guys are consolidation. Okay, so when we're all over the place like this, what do you think is the best thing we should do as a team and as a group? Maybe we come up with a consensus, or we just continue to wait and see. It's nice to have a bias, okay? But more importantly, it's good to allow bodies to close and continue to wait it out. So in this area, I continue to be patient, okay? It's in a development stage. It's right back down to where the original move started. Okay, so let's see if our original buyers want to step back into the market. So yes, it did break down 2 times, but no red volume closed down there. Okay, so good pickup down here, and it's coming right back up. Okay, so this candle is going to close in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Let's see if we can come back, maybe close above here. And I'm still keeping the green box, because if we do something like this, where we came all the way down, we come all the way back up, maybe we close above there. If we pull back, we got to consider this green box to be where the buyers will step in. Maybe we can see if we figure out a fair value gap if something is created on these candles, and maybe we come back down here, pick up higher low, and then the buyers start to bring it right through back above here. Okay, so this is just one recovery leg. So you can see that we pushed all the way down, and now we momentarily recovered, but it could just be a dead cat bounce, come back up here, and then they push it right back down. Okay, so let's see how this candle closes. It's a strong candle. It got good momentum from below here. Nothing really closed. Okay, but we're trading again right back at this institutional white line, which is the VWAP, volume weighted average price. Burns, do I use RSI in trading? I refer to it, like you see here, how I was referring to it. So we're still holding this 50 controlled area, the neutral area, but the strength is slowly coming back up. We've got a nice bullish candle printing. Let's see if maybe it can close, engulf, or maybe the last minute will the sellers push it back down. Okay, so we got a strong candle, so no sell down there. But that was, for the sellers, good opportunity to maybe take some money out of the market, scale out of your position, cash out a little bit, maybe move your trailing stop loss down, reduce your risk, things like that. Okay, that's why if you're a seller, great, but maybe you should have done something down here, and because now things might be rotating back up. But let's see, last 30 seconds, let's see how it closes, where it closes. Cumulative volume delta is back to positive 300 right when it balanced itself out at 0. So we broke below the VWAP, they picked up all those bids, the depth of market is slowly building below us, but we still have a lot of offers above us. So you know, like if we're buying, we're going with this original move, but we're counter trading this leg that came down. Okay, so here's the close. It's closing near the high of the candle. We just opened green. Okay, so maybe we'll get a push to break out and continue to drive. But let's see if it gets rejected, and then maybe we get a retest down here. And if it retests, if it comes back down into here, we want to hold above 50% of the previous bullish candle. More importantly, that white line. Remember the white line? That's what I was using as a gauge where my hourly support is. So now it's turned from resistance now back to support. So now it's a red candle. You see how it opened? It didn't break the wick. So it's kind of naturally like a tweezer top and coming back down. So let's see, it's holding. It's a doji candle now. See if we can continue to build this level, and maybe if it comes up, I'm going to look to buy the breakout above this wick. It held, you see how it held support, the wick. Okay. Okay, so I'm just waiting to see if it can break, hold. It's holding the VWAP. I can see that they're asking to trade a little bit higher. Okay, I'm just looking at this heat in the market. See this block right here? Just to see if maybe they'll pull that block out of the way. Okay, so it's testing it. It's testing it up there. Still fighting this area. You got to be patient a little bit. Okay, tested it a couple times. They rejected it. We're still hugging that VWAP. Want to see if it can develop again. Yep, so it's developing again. It's still holding. It's small doji candle, but it's still holding. It's still filling. Okay, I'm going to buy now. I'm going to go into a buy on gold. I'm in a buy, guys. Okay, sorry. I used the wrong indicator here. I'm in a buy on gold. I bought the top of that wick right up here. Okay, so I'm going to place my stop loss. Okay, so where would I place stop now? I can use a tight stop like right at that hourly white line. Okay, that would be a very, very tight stop. You're just allowing it just to come in just a little bit, and then you have to really respect 50% of that top of that candle. I'm going to be, or I can place it at the bottom of the green box, but I see those two kind of tweezer bottom wicks that already tested that area. So I'm just going to extend my stop loss just below those two tweezer bottom wicks, just down in here, just in case it wants to come back down and gather up some liquidity in the depth of market. So I'm just placing my stop loss right below that red line, those two tweezer bottoms. So I'm going to see if it can build, and naturally what could happen is it cannot break through here. It might pull back down into here, but I'm going to allow it to maybe pull back into the green box and maybe gather some liquidity to possibly break out a little further. Hoping maybe it doesn't need to come into the green box. I hope it maybe gained enough volume to see if we can break out a little bit. Okay. Okay, so 90 seconds to go, and we got rejected. So it made that new high. Technically speaking, we do need to create new higher highs to continue a trend forming. Okay, so that's, make note of that. We did create a higher high, but we got rejected sharply up there. You can see it right here. So that block is still holding, that 23.42 with those 50 offers right there, still holding. I just want to place a white line here and see how we develop below this area right here. Okay, and then I would like if it closed as indecision above here. If it did, then I can know maybe it's going to consolidate a little further above here, and then maybe it will gain some new momentum. We're about 5 minutes, 6 minutes away from 12 p.m. and then we have our new hourly candle entering the market. So we'll see maybe how that new hour will bring in some new volume, some new momentum, and we'll see if we can continue to push up on gold. But it could also come back down for maybe a double bottom, okay, down in here. But let's see how it plays out. Okay, so we just closed, red candle. They opened it right away. You see how it just opened, ignited red, and just came down. So what they're looking to do is come down to maybe grab some bids early. This is where we want to see maybe a quick wick. Just come down and then flick back up. But with this, remember, if we don't get a quick wick, we have to know that it is a bearish ignited candle. And then if it doesn't get a quick wick, then the body of that bearish head will continue to fill and drop this further. That's why I'm saying we need to get a quick wick on a bearish ignited candle, because if not, this is what happens. They continue to drive it down if you don't get that quick little wick. Okay, so now they're coming back down to the previous body. And again, guys, my stop is right below here. I could get stopped out, but what I do is if I get stopped out, it prevents it from continuing to come down into here, because I don't want to get caught in there. Yes, it could just take out my stop and reverse back up. It happens, but that's where I place the stop, just below structure. That's how I trade, below structure. Maybe it needs to come down for like a double bottom down in here to continue to collect, but I can use this area as a static zone going forward this afternoon. Okay, so we're approaching again this area. This is where we got those two wicks come out of here. So we'll see if the depth of the market can hold this. I'm going to possibly get stopped out here. Okay, so it came to like a triple tweezer bottom low. You need that quick wick here. If it doesn't get that quick wick, this big red volume will take this out and then break, and then my stop loss will be right down there. It's a really tight area. Okay, it's a very, very tight area. Okay, I'm stopped out. Okay, so I took a loss on that trade. Stopped out. Okay, but I'm going to place an alert up here because I'm going to continue to see if it comes up above here again, because that's where I will initiate maybe another buy if it gets back up there. So I'm just placing an alert. No, we're on gold. We're not on NASDAQ. See, you took the trade and you're on NASDAQ. You're on a completely different security, guys. Please pay attention. Okay, this is gold, not NASDAQ. Okay, so I got stopped out, guys. I could have held, you know, that's what we always say. We could have held. I don't. Okay, I got stopped out. Now they're bleeding it out. Now when it comes up to 12 o'clock, I watch and see, will it continue dropping down or will it reverse back up? But I'm out of the trade, so I can't assume the woulda, shoulda, couldas, what could have happened. I gave it enough room. I entered. The candle closed above. Got a retest. I entered, and it put my stop loss below those tweezer bottom lows. Unfortunately, it couldn't continue to move back up. Selling pressure is still strong and continue to drop it down. Now it's 12 o'clock. We'll watch this for 5 more minutes, and then I'll do a top down on US 30 and we'll move over. Okay, and this is another, again, I know it's a big green candle, but it could just be a pullback again. We have that big red candle that came down. Big green candle could come up again, maybe to here, 50%, and maybe continue dropping it down. So I won't be looking to buy unless something develops here, and we start to make our way back up above that hourly zone. Okay, so careful. Keep pushing it down. Guys, I'm just going to do US 30 really quick so we can have 2 of these to look at. Let's just do US 30 real quick. Okay, US 30, I'm going to do it really fast, okay? So just getting some key areas quickly on the daily. Right here, this was our support turned to resistance, and it's still resistance today. Right there, red box, bring it across. You can see where the support is on the daily of US 30, right down here. Okay, so we're trading at a critical area where we push down, back, coming back up, but now at this neckline. So we've got a bearish candle now today. So last week we had a strong move on US 30, okay, starting Friday, and they gapped it up Monday, Tuesday, today. Okay, so we opened, they gapped it down a little bit, came up, that's our high of the day, and pushing it down. So just real quickly, purple line at the high of the day, push down, low of the day. Okay, how far down did they push it down? Almost to engulf yesterday's green volume, but caught a wick and coming right back up. Okay, so that's our low. It's a very shallow candle. It's trading inside here. If it continues with this bearish momentum and we come down to low day and we break, I would be targeting maybe to break yesterday's low and come down and trade maybe into 50% of this candle at 38,150. So I draw a yellow line right around here. See if it can trade into here. And if we continue to push up, the high of the day break, if it comes up maybe tomorrow, we're going to trade maybe hopefully into 50% of what's left of that bearish candle above us, right over here. Okay, and then hourly. Let's see when US 30 was moving over here. Okay, we've been pushing up. There was a sideways going through Tokyo session. We start to move up. It starts to pull down in London, and then we start to barcode. Green, red closure coming back up. The wicks are pushing down. Look at 3 triple top high wicks on the hourly, and then push down bearish again and continue at 11. Now we've got an hourly candles opening ignited. Okay, so again, the white line above the daily low. So it is telling me that currently the hourly support is being lifted above the low of the day being created. Maybe I want to test 38,400. Okay, right up here, white line, consolidating. So we do have overall hourly push is strong, came down, and we might be consolidating back up or just cool off in here, and they continue pushing it down. On the 5 minutes on Dow, okay, formed a little bit of a kind of like a double bottom where it came down, back up, back down, kind of the second bottom down in there at the low of the day, and we're coming right back up. So for US 30, like a trap area, I like to trap the lines, the white lines, the hourly support and resistance, and then figure out which direction this thing is going to continue to build out to. Will it move above here, 405, fill up to maybe 470? That's a 50, 60 pip zone. Or will it come back down red and push and try for that low of the day? Okay, so it is currently pushing down. It tried, back down, tried, back down. So you can see right over here, I can place like a red box to show you how they're lowering the selling pressure down, and we'll see if we can continue to break. Okay guys, so really quickly, let me just put these two side by side. Let's see what gold is doing. Okay, so gold is again coming back up. Let's see where this thing will close. Okay, again 50% of that previous big red candle is right around there. It's kind of right at those bodies. Okay, like right here when I just said 50% of that red candle and at those bodies. So it is starting to come back up. Okay, maybe I'll make this area as a green zone going forward. Not currently in a trade. That's something I got stopped out just recently, but looking on gold as well. Just again, I got stopped out of a trade. Stopped out on a buy. I bought up here. I had my stop loss below those tweezer bottom lows. Got stopped out, but it is starting to accumulate again a little more. But I don't want to kind of get faked out again, so I kind of want it to build a little more. Okay, now I want to talk to you guys. What happens to your mindset when you go into a trade and then you take a loss? How are you guys rattled by it? Are you guys like, does it really affect your next trade? Talk to me, guys. I really want to get to dig deep into your brains. What happens, just like me, use me as an example. I took the buy up there, placed my stop loss below there, I just got stopped out, okay? So what happens to you guys as traders when that happens? Do you guys really like get scared to take your next trade? Are you guys still confident to take your next trade? I hope you don't get in depression. Okay, we don't want that. If you do get depressed, you need to really polish up your psychological skills. Okay, nobody should be getting depressed after losing a trade. There's more things in life to get depressed about. Trading is not one of them. Remember, again, are you over leveraged? Okay, I'm not over leveraged on that trade. Okay, so I bought up here. My stop loss was below those tweezer bottoms, so I risked about 30 pips. Okay, I went in with a standard lot. I lost $300. Okay, for some people that might be a lot of money, and I understand. But I'm trading with a little bit of today's profit. I'm still up for my daily goal, but still normally if I was trading, that was my first trade of the day. If it was, and I lost 30 pips with a standard, it's 300. I trade with a larger account, and 1% is above that. So that would have been maybe a quarter or a quarter of my trade. So I still have 4 more trades to do before I technically lose my 1% for the day if I had a 1% and I allocate a certain amount to each trade. Okay, so number one, guys, it happens. Okay, we all have to admit like yesterday we took a trade and it went into a buy right away. We were clapping, singing, and dancing. Today, it didn't happen. We took a trade and it came down and hit stop loss. Okay, so I want to make that clear that every single time we get on these calls, it's not always going to be profitable trades. I'm a human, just like you guys. The market said otherwise. I waited for the bullish candle to close above structure. I got my retest, and that's exactly what I wanted. It didn't, in fact, happen at this situation. Maybe the market needed to come back down to try and pick up more volume. There was a lack of volume when I took that trade. So now I got to continue either to be on the sidelines and reevaluate. That's another good one. Reevaluating. I know a lot of traders right away get into revenge trading. They get really upset, and then right away when it comes down here, they're adding another buy. And if you did, it came up again and then right back down, and now it's like these dojis, and they might flush it back out. And then you get caught on two buys. Okay, so my bias is bullish from this original trend that was forming, but it's not really gaining any momentum. I thought with this bullish candle that came up and closed, I thought we were going to start to fill up to here. It didn't happen. So the market reversed back down, and now I got to continue to allow it to accumulate. It is accumulating a little bit, but we're still technically below the VWAP, so sellers are still technically have the pressure. And if you see the depth of market, the current order book, it's really populating with a lot of offers. So again, if you're buying or if I'm buying, we have to acknowledge that we're going against a lot of resistance here. So we need to see some green bars coming in volume. We have nothing. Okay. Yeah, when you take a loss, you should always learn from it. Okay, I see some of you guys are not learning from your losses. It's part of everyday trading, guys. You have to learn from your losses. If you don't, then you're gonna have a really tough time trading if you're not learning from the losses. Okay, so that strength 50. Pushing down. Yeah, losing is paid lessons. Okay, absolutely, losing are paid lessons. But while you're learning, you don't need to lose a lot of money. There's ways that you can open up a demo account. I know no one wants to open up a demo account these days, but there's nothing wrong with a demo account. Okay, it doesn't mean that you suck at trading if you use a demo. It doesn't mean that you're not like a real trader. Some real traders have used demo accounts for months and years because they don't want to commit their money until they learn the markets. But if you treat the demo as if it's real money, you'll learn a lot without losing, and then it won't affect your psychology. Then you can continue to learn. Because if you're trying to learn with a real account and you keep losing money every day, it's going to take away from your actual learning the markets, because all you're going to be worried about is how much money you're losing, and you're not really thinking about trading anymore. I know nobody wants to talk about that, and everyone says, oh, you're a baby if you use a demo account and this and that. But I've been around a couple snipers for over 5 years now, and some of the best traders in our group, they hate to admit it, but they used a demo for a while before they got the hang of things. So I just want to put that out there, guys. If you are a beginner, don't feel embarrassed if you're practicing with a demo account. There's nothing wrong with that, but treat it as it's in a real account. Okay, don't use $100,000 demo and use 5 lots if that's not how you're going to trade. Open up a normal demo account, $1,000, 5,000. Treat with it with the regular lot sizes you would normally use, and get the hang of everything. Okay, so now we're building a little bit of a double bottom here where the sellers were trying to push it down into here, and then we're coming right back up. So we have a nice big bullish candle coming up again. 15 seconds to go into the close, then we're getting a new candle at 12:15. So we're building a little bit something in this zone. came down, back up, came down, back up. Let's see where the volume will close. Okay, so we did close up here. It's a bullish pin bar. Again, we've got a green bar opening right at the top of our green box. So it could fill up to this prior wick, to the red line. But if it does get rejected, again, we might pull back down into this green box. And again, we'll see if we can pick up some depth of market here. Okay, could be building on its way right now again. Okay, so this is the new 15. Let's just take a look at the 15. So the 15 is a nice ignited candle that might have some momentum to push up. Okay, so we have that ignited open. It just came up, pushed down again. Let's see if it can hold that ignited open. Okay, you see it's a dragonfly doji right at where it opened. If it flips red, no, it hasn't flipped red yet, so it's still holding. Okay, can you guys see that? Still holding. Okay, again, they flipped it back down, still holding. It's engaging, it's filling. Remember, this is that 15-minute bar that opened. So if our 15 keeps filling up, this one might have some momentum to break through this resistance. Okay, I'm going to buy this candle. I'm going to enter in a buy. Okay, so I'm going in my second buy. Okay, I'm going to play this 15-minute candle and see if we can get some momentum to fill back to my original entry up to there. My stop loss, again, below the green box, in case it has to come back into here and pick up some liquidity on the 15-minute. So maybe I'm going to be right below the box, and if I see some structure to the left here, right there, that was that previous low right there. Maybe it depends on how much I'm willing to risk. If I want to risk all that, okay, then I would be looking for a bigger TP if I'm risking all that. But I'm going to be right below that 200 EMA on this trade. And then I'm going to look to see if it can come back to that prior position and see if it can break out a little more with some volume. So I'm back in a buy on gold. I'm also watching US 30 to see if it can penetrate through this area up here. And just measuring the zone on US 30 above here. From there to there, it's approximately 60 pips. If we do get that move continuing to build on US 30. Yeah, because I see some of you guys are saying, Ron, don't buy, don't buy. I understand, guys. You guys are bearish, I understand. But I'm going to try this one more attempt to see if it can build, allow it maybe for a nice natural double bottom inside this bigger green box, and to see if this 15-minute momentum has anything in it, okay? So, yes, guys, I know I might get stopped out. Just trade according to your own risk, guys. If you don't like the setup, don't take it, okay? I'm not telling you to take it. I'm just telling you I took it. Okay, I want to be transparent and honest with you. Okay, so we got 60 more seconds to close out this 5-minute candle. Again, it's still ignited. Okay, so I look at all of these things. By the minute, I look at everything that's going on. Still ignited. Remember that this is also a 15-minute candle, so it's got a strong opening on a 15-minute candle, and basically the first 4 minutes it's held. Okay, so we still have 10 more minutes to go to close out the 15-minute candle, but it's got that nice ignited bottom open. But you see, we just filled up to that prior wick. So again, we just touched up there. Yes, they could push it right back down, and then we got to build maybe off of 50% of that volume. But if we can close above that resistance, above that red line, then maybe with the 15-minute momentum behind us, we can maybe continue to fill up to that the white line, that hourly resistance line, and that will be the true deciding factor of this move to see if we can lift above this or if it gets rejected up here. Okay, so let's see how this closes. There's the close right near the high, rejected. Next candle, ignited red. Okay, so they opened it ignited red. We want a short wick, what I was just talking about earlier. If not, it will trade into 50% of the green candle. So where's half of it? Right around there. Let's see if we can hold the majority of 50% of this volume. If we can't, then unfortunately, it's a bearish ignited candle. It could come all the way back down to retest where the previous 5-minute candle opened. So I hope it doesn't. I hope it picks up a higher low. I hope now we start to develop this depth of market a little bit with this cumulative volume delta that we have close to 300. But we're now battling this prior resistance, which used to be support kind of at these bodies right there, has turned momentarily into some resistance. But we just picked up our wick, one wick at 50%. But remember how the candle from the top, how it opened. It opened ignited red. So it's still got that big push coming down. We tried, and that bearish pressure is still coming back down. It's tough. Gold is in a range right now. And then that second move, okay, this was one of the moves that came down. It came back up. So if it comes back down, this is what we got to figure out. Where will it pick up? Will it pick up right here? Will it come down to the physical double bottom low, or at the bottom of the box? Okay, I'm hoping somewhere inside here it can hold this fair value area, and they keep it the depth of market above here so that we can maybe possibly do that move. Sorry for all of these arrows. I'll take these out. Whoops, I didn't want to take that out. Okay, so we've exhausted half the candle now. 2.5 minutes have gone by. It is still ignited red. We came all the way down but picked up a beautiful wick. Okay, so that's a nice rejection. But we have to flip this candle. It's a hanging man candle right now with that red body head. So if we can flip this back to green, then we turn it into a dragonfly doji. And hopefully with that, we gain a little bit of momentum up at this resistance at 23.25, and maybe we can get that next fill coming up to 23.26, that hourly white line. But you see how it's still that ignited head still holding this momentum down. Like the buyers are trying. They're trying hard. They're trying hard, but every time they push it up, there's those offers pushing them right back down. Okay, so there we go. Okay, see how it flipped the tick right there? Flipped that kind of book right there. So now we've got the buyers engaged at the high, and this is what we want now. The flip of the candle with 60 seconds to go. So with this momentum, hopefully it can close positive above this red line. But you can see how strong that resistance is right at this location right here. Okay, so there's a big fight back up here. That's that nice resistance. Hopefully the buyers can continue to close near the high, maybe consolidate it here. Maybe if it has to come back down, it picks up another higher low wick, and then maybe we can break through this tough resistance. You see, it's 50% of the red bearish candle, that one right there. That's where we're trying to break above. There it is again. So now it turned into a bullish pin bar, but hopefully we can get that candle close as a hammer in the next 20 seconds. So you can see like the round trip of that candle. That was a big candle. It was red, ignited, came all the way down. It was a real big bearish candle, but we picked up good depth of market strength. We created that higher high. It's a pin bar. Hopefully we can close strong near the high as a hammer. Let's see if we get an ignited green bar open, but could be manipulated move, come down, watch. They might gap it down red there. See how they do that? Okay, so it opened red, ignited to come down. So now we need a quick wick flip right in here. You see guys how they do that? Okay, you ask yourself, that's manipulation at its finest. After that candle drove all the way from up here right at the high, naturally the next candle should have opened green, ignited, and drove. There was no resistance behind us, but the market trades otherwise. Okay, you have to understand that there is manipulation in these markets. So it came down red. We picked up a wick where we want it at this red line, which used to be support, turn to resistance. You see how it's respecting the red line? So now all we got to do is flip that wick, that high, okay, just that red ignited candle, flip, and maybe we can fill right up to that hourly white line, okay, and that will be our VWAP right up here. This area where we have all our trapped buyers. Let's see if we can drive up there. And US 30 is still building in here, okay? Guys, did you guys understand that analysis on that previous candle? Because a lot happened in that 5 minutes. Are you guys aware of what happened in there? Okay? Guys, please learn this, like learn this candle by candle. It will help you guys, I'm telling you, because I know that red candle scared a lot of you guys, okay? But now we got what we wanted, okay? So we got what we wanted. Now let's see if we can fill up to maybe our hourly white line, and if it can get up to that VWAP, and then see if we can consolidate back up there again. Okay, so this is if it gets up to that hourly white line, we're looking about 16 pips, and then maybe to the top up there could be about 25-30 pips. But we did create that high. There could be that pullback coming back down. So let's see how this thing develops. We got to get that closing volume. I know some of you guys use this 9 EMA. Okay, so we're right at that 9 EMA. Can we get positive volume? Again, closing at or above that 9 EMA and build off of it. Okay, so it is coming down red, big red candle coming down, but we got to see if it can develop higher lows. Okay, we want to stay kind of above this wick. Remember the 50% area of that previous green candle? That's what it's testing right now. So very strong selling pressure, Now it could come into our green box. Where's that fair value gap zone? Like right here, where this big body is and that ignited candle started right there. This is what we have to hold this position right here. This position. We cannot allow this green box to break. Okay, so I understand what goes up can come down. Okay, I'm still in the trade. I never took out 15 pips of profit. Maybe it was my bad, maybe my mistake, but I didn't. So I have to continue to watch the trade as it's developing. We're trading right into this really green box that did not get triggered yet. Now it just got triggered. Okay, so it just came in here, got triggered. Now we got to see, can it pull out of this green box? It's closing in 40 seconds. Where will it close? Will the red volume continue to push down? Will we reject out of here? Can we maybe get it back to close above here? So you see, this is a real critical zone right now, what we're trading in. And we're closing in 20 seconds. The heat map time frames are in 15-minute time slices. You can see right here, 11:45. There's 12 p.m., 12:15, 12:30 right here, coming up in 3 seconds. So here's 12:30. Also with US 30. Okay, so they again ignited bearish candle coming down. So where's our support on our 5 minutes? It's right here. This is where it developed. And again, let's see if we can hold this. You can see the volatility. Green, red, it's 12:30. It's a 30-minute candle. It's new volatility. More volume enters the market. That's why it spiked up green, go down red. Spike up green, go down red. Okay, so we're working this green box area. Okay, so we want to kind of, me personally, I'm in a buy, so I kind of want to move away from this box. I want to see it come back up. Maybe if it can close again above that 50% of that red candle, then there could be momentum to continue drive. I might even entertain taking another buy if it can come out of here, regain some strength, regain some good bids down here, and come back up here. I might even look to take possibly another buy where I previously bought in, but I have to see what happens down here to even think about that. US 30 is just still barcoding inside here, so US 30 is not doing much today. A depth of market can help you, but it's not necessary. You don't need a depth of market to trade, but it can help with looking at exactly where the blocks are in the market, but it's not necessary. Okay, and I got my stop down in here below the 200 EMA down in here. And if I get stopped out 2 times, then I'm not going to be looking to take another trade this afternoon. A lot of selling pressure on gold today. A lot of selling pressure. Okay, every time we're trying to make an attempt to come up, again, it's pushing down, suppressing the buyers, but the buyers are still building down here. Okay, so still in that green box, still in this zone. Again, I can't judge a candle until it kind of closes. You know, it's that's what sucks, is waiting for candles to close while you're in drawdown and things like that, and watching your losses on your MT4, MT5. I know, guys, it sucks. I see red on my MT4 right now. But that's why I've allocated a certain amount of a stop loss. I've already calculated how much I can lose on this trade. It was all calculated before I even took the trade. I'm not giving away my account today. It will be a loss, a booked loss. I understand that, but then it's basically I'm going to maybe go to a break even for the day, give away my earlier gains, but hopefully the trade continues to develop and the buyers can close it above here and then get it above this area. Again, I want to see if they can get it above 23.24 and work this area. Okay, so it's a bear spin top. It opened green, came back down red to this line to where those bodies are, came back up. They closed it in here. Next candle's opening green again. This is that small area of consolidation coming all the way back up. Can this bar again, it could possibly be an impulse break above here, but you see where I need it to close? Kind of want to get it to close above 50%, like right here, of that big red bar, and get that volume closing above that 9 EMA, and maybe that potential drive going through there. Okay, so it's kind of coming right back to my break even, well, to break even now, but it came through the box. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted down there. Didn't want any red volume closing below this green box. So it did pick up good liquidity in there. Okay, I have to say that. Okay, I can't just be biased on one side. Yes, the bears are very, very strong currently. They're very strong, but the buyers are still maintaining. You have to build some sort of depth of market in order to push and break through resistance. It's not easy. It's not easy. Okay, especially when the market is in a range. It's very difficult. Okay, but this is a strong candle. It's going to close in 3.5 minutes. So we came right through that box. Okay. Again, I was saying maybe I wanted to add another buy right here, but I don't want to maybe add on an impulse. Maybe I want to wait for a full body to close because I don't want them to push it down again. So I want to see a full closure. Maybe then if it pulls back, then I can buy maybe the pullback. But I don't want to get sucked in another buy and then they push it right back down with what's been going on this entire session with us. Okay, so I'm going to wait for this body to close. Again, keep an eye on this VWAP area. This was that previous high where we came up to 23.38. Can we build off of this? Okay, guys. No, I'm not Dave. I'm Ron. Dave's my partner. Dave's in the Zoom with the members in Wall Street. Okay, so we got a nice bullish candle right out of... Guys, do you guys understand what a fair value gap is? Do you guys know why I located right there? From that ignited candle down to that body, we had nothing inside of here. Remember what I always tell you? There's those pending orders that were not activated that are still buyers waiting in there. So why would they not want to get activated now when the market came down to them? So those are pending orders that got activated, that got triggered, and there's a lot of volume behind that. Okay, so we're right back into profit. Again, we're targeting that hourly resistance. Let's see if with this momentum we can do something with this. But be aware that next candle could open red, bearish, even though we have a solid green candle. I'm not the market makers. I know what they do. I know the games they play. Then it comes down. So already register in your head, where's 50% of this bullish candle? Because that's what we got to use as a guide going forward. So I like to anticipate and do work before. So like right around back down. There's the open, there's the volume. Half of it is maybe like right around here. Maybe if we can continue to hold this block going forward on any pullbacks, we can continue to build the depth of market and maybe continue to drive out of here. Okay. But we got a beautiful candle, 60 seconds go. This is our 15-minute. Okay, so remember our 15-minute? Our 15-minute came down, sucked the liquidity, and driving right through here. I bought on the 5, but I was playing the 15-minute volume. Okay, so guys, it's up to you if you want to go to a break even or if you wanted to scale out. But that is now recovering about 23 pips up there. If we target that red line up there, it could be about 30 pips up there. Okay, so just want to put it up there. We spiked through that hourly resistance. So let's just talk about what just happened. That was that hourly resistance. Our 5-minute candle just said hello. We just broke our head above there. We're peaking above there, but then it got rejected and come back down. So we're closing now in 9 seconds. You see where we're peaking our head? There it is. That green bubble, that's us peeking our head up there. But now it's trapped. Okay, you see how the market is moving away from it with the wick. Now, naturally, the market opens up with an ignited red head and push down. So what we need is a quick flip. Exactly. But the size of the wick matters. You know, when we have a short wick and then we get that perfect flip and pop, then we drive because there's no resistance behind us. But we've got this large wick now. So the buyers have to continue to fill this wick in order to pop up further. So this is where we might encounter some resistance, some selling pressure, and maybe push us back down. And this is again naturally targeted right at the volume weighted average price area right here. Right here. So this is where the battle begins again. Okay, so you know why I put that green box there is for this situation. If it comes back down red, I want to see if the buyers can maintain this zone right here. And we can build off of this and continue to accumulate so that we can push above our hourly resistance. Asante, you're done for the day. Congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so did you guys understand what transpired in the last 15 minutes? Okay, are you guys aware of those zones? Okay. If the sellers maybe sold it or closed it red below here, then yes, then it would have been seller's momentum to continue come down here, and then possibly I would have been stopped out. But it held, and then we got that volume come back up. Now, okay, you see we broke for a new high above that hourly resistance, but we're counter trading this big red move. They pushed us back down. This candle opened ignited red. Then we got our wick, came up, and look at what we just touched, the white line, and again they're pushing it back down. So this excuse me, this is where now the market needs to continue to build. We are at the critical area here, the VWAP. Okay, so this is where the battle is gonna begin. It's like a coin toss between the buyers and sellers at this zone. Who can take this over? So now we got to just see the depth of market. We got to see our current order book. We got to see how much offers are coming in. We got to see below us how much bids are coming in to justify what can happen here. But it might take some consolidation. It might take a while to get the move. But as long as we're still respecting our blocks, we're good to go. Okay, so this candle came all the way down. We respected our block, picked up the volume. That's what we want. Higher low, good rejection. But remember the size of that wick. If it was a shorter wick, I guarantee you we would have popped and we all would have been clapping and cheering. But the size of the wick, it's an uphill battle. We're climbing a mountain. But what we need out of this in the next 90 seconds is for volume to close above the white line. If we can't break that previous high, we need to close with this volume above the white line. Then we can build our next candle and build the depth of market, and then we'll see it continue to populate below us. Okay, but this is a strong green candle coming right back up to its previous high, right there where my cursor is. I don't want to see tweezer top highs. Break this shit. Break this shit. I don't want to see those tweezer top weak highs. I want to see this break and create a new higher high, because then the depth of market will populate and change. You see how we couldn't get it. Okay, so it didn't. Technically it's a lower high. Push it right back down. See where the volume now is concentrated? Right by that white line. Let's see where we're going to close in the next 30 seconds. Okay, so guys, this is like, I find this exciting. I love breaking down price action. I love this stuff. I hope you guys do enjoy this. If you guys do, hit the like button, guys. Almost 300 of you guys on the call. I hope you guys do appreciate play-by-play analysis, and we trade with you, we educate. I take losses with you, we take wins together, but it's all about breaking down the trades together as a team, and hopefully this thing can close above this white line. 4 seconds, here it is. So we didn't break a high. Watch what they do. Watch what they do. See how they just brought it down last second right below. Look at guys. Okay, don't tell me that the market isn't rigged. Okay, look at that shit. They closed it right down at our white line. Next candle with that momentum open, red ignited and just dropped. Okay, so you guys know the drill. We got to pick up our wick and we got to continue to flip. But we've got this resistance. So guys, I am not the market maker, you know what I mean? I'm just trading, but these moves are all manipulated. It's manipulated to grab liquidity. It's manipulated to scare traders. That's not a natural move in the market. I know that there was buying demand up here, but they opened it. See how they closed it last second right down there, and then they brought it down. But look at, see the depth of market? See those red bubbles, how they did that? The sellers are finding, they can't find anyone to transact down there. The buyers are still asking to trade at the VWAP. So that's encouraging for us. That's good for us. I hope that the depth of market continues to ask to trade up here. Then maybe we can break this critical VWAP resistance and then maybe drive. But this is the war right here. This is the fight. Okay. That's why, guys, I'm trying my best to hold this trade for bigger pips, but I kind of trade to a zone and then I pip and dip. Okay, I'm trying my very best to hold this trade to allow it to maximum breakout, but when it goes from like one zone to the next zone, I normally have rules in my trading where I either close the trade, I bring my stop loss to a break even, or I scale out a little bit and then I leave the rest running. But I'm trying to hold this trade to get it to maybe break from bearish to bullish and get that bigger move. It might come back and haunt me, but that was my plan from the start of this trade. So it's just continuing inside this critical area right here. Always. Thank you, Jason. Ron and all Stock Sniper Trading, just want to say how I personally appreciate your dedication and coming out here daily to help us struggling traders. Always, guys, whether you're struggling or you're profitable traders, we're always here helping out. It's encouraging to see you guys continuing to learn trading and things like that. Okay, so we got rejected. This is like what we talk about in basketball. Big rejection right here. Okay, if you guys are watching the NBA playoffs, big rejection. Okay, so we peeked our head above there, came back down. Peeked our head above there, came back down. And then they flushed it. Okay, so now we're coming right back down to this critical area. Now this is bigger red volume coming down. Are we going to continue to hold this zone? Are the buyers going to continue to bid this up? Okay, so this is where markets consolidate. Green, red, green, red. I'm sorry guys, but this session we got caught in a range. You can see like US 30. It's caught in a range. Gold is in a range. I would have loved if we caught this and it was a trending afternoon. And then we were making higher highs and higher lows and higher highs and higher lows and we reversed the bearish move. That would have been amazing. But it didn't happen. Okay, so we got to just trade the volume that's presented to us. Some days are better than others. That's how trading is. Some days New York Wall Street is amazing. Some days it's very tough to trade. Some days London is really really easy to trade. Other days it's really tough. Some days this time is very easy to trade. It's a trending market, and other days it's ranging and it's very tough. Okay, so that's how you gotta now to allocate your risk. If you know it's a trending day and it's trading really good, maybe that's a day you kind of increase your risk just a little bit. On a day where it's just really consolidated, ranging, a lot of manipulated moves, I've seen 5 easy candles on this call that have been full of manipulation. Okay, so when I start to see that, I scale down my risk. I decrease my lot sizing. I know that the market is trading very tough. I know there's a lot of manipulated moves. So when I see that, then I decrease how much I'm trading. I wait for better volume. Like in this situation, there was some really good setups where we closed near the highs and we should have pushed, but the market opened, ignited bearish, and pushed it right back down. Okay, so it happens, but I'm not here to blame the market. I understand it's part of the game. I just want you guys to be aware of that. It comes with trading. There's nothing you and I can do. Okay, we just got to trade the volume that's presented to us. And if you're not over leveraging, you can allow trades to possibly develop. You can stay in trades longer. I've been known to scalp 1 minute candles where I'm in trades for 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes tops, 2 bars. But I can hold trades as long as I want, as long as I've allocated a certain amount of risk and I'm not over leveraging my account. I can hold this gold trade this entire afternoon if I want, because I've already calculated my risk and it's not going to harm me in any way possible. It's just 0.25% of my my daily 1% that I use. Okay, so we're almost at 1 o'clock. We've got 9 minutes to go. So we have another hourly candle. So remember, this was our hourly resistance white line. Why don't we take a look at our hourly candle and see what's going on over here? Maybe give us a bigger picture. So our hourly candles, okay, let's just play it back from over here. From 10 o'clock, before we started the call, it was red, it came down, and it closed really strong. Then here, the start of our call, 11 a.m., we pushed for a new hourly high, hit our high of the day at 23.37. Then we came down all the way bearish, where we closed near the low. And then this was our hourly candle where I'm currently in the trade on. So it is a bullish hourly candle coming up, but you see where I want the volume to close, excuse me, right at that white line. Why? Because that's kind of the hourly resistance. If I can close in the next 7 minutes and 45 seconds above this white line, then maybe my next hourly candle will have momentum to continue to fill the rest of that red candle and then approach 23.29, 23.30, the next hourly resistance. Okay, but you see that it's still battling that big bearish candle prior. So we came up to halfway, and again, they're probably going to try and push it down, but we still have a good majority of volume in the base of our candle continuing to build. But if it can close above the white line, that will show more strength going into 1 p.m. for us as gold buyers. So I like to watch it on the 5 minutes. Okay, and the white line is right there. See, those were those attempts where we broke out, and they rejected us all those times. Okay, so that's going to be the key critical point of interest going into this afternoon. If gold buyers can manage to close it above 23.26. And then also for 15-minute traders, if you look at the 15, okay, so 15, we had that big push, then it pulled back right into the green box. We had a nice bullish move, but see the 15? We need 15-minute volume to close above that white line. We got rejected right there. We got rejected right there. This was our first big push, and then we kind of closed back below that white line. They pushed us down. So we got right back up there. Our last 15-minute candle pulled back. We're still holding that wick. It's just a lot of red volume still in the top of the candle. If we can just get above and close above there. But we're still fighting resistance. See, we're still below this VWAP. I'll stay a little longer with you guys. We'll go into just after 1 p.m. We'll see how this continues to develop. But we do have tweezer bottom lows. We've got a higher low. Liquidity grab in the fair value gap. Had a nice big bullish candle break out of there. But we retrace back down and we're still holding 50% of the volume. We're currently consolidating leading into 1 o'clock in the next 5 minutes. I'm just tidying up my chart, guys, for you guys. Just cleaning it up. Okay, so we've got a nice bullish candle. Okay, on our 4 minutes to go. Remember, lots can happen in 4 minutes. It could just come up. It could push us right back down. Okay, it's been doing that for the past 2 hours. So I wouldn't be surprised if they push this down again. But you guys know the drill. We need to break and get that volume to close above that white line. I don't know how to do it. Should I start dropping 10 lots on this candle and maybe get that move? Should I go all in on my count? Should I go full port? Risk everything on this candle? What do you guys think? Should I just start stacking 10 lots and see if we can move this candle? And then it gets rejected and then you'll see me break my computer. No, I won't do that, guys. We don't do that here, okay? No full port trading. Okay, so guys, you see, it was a nice big bullish candle, the start, the open of it. But again, it's not how it opens, it's how it closes, okay? So this could get, remember now, it could get very volatile, okay? The last few minutes before a new hourly candle, we could get some volatility. So please be aware of this, okay? Again, we came up there and they rejected us again. See how strong that hourly resistance is at 23.26 this afternoon. Very, very tough to break. Okay, so you can see it's still building, still building. 2.5 more minutes to go, half the candle to go. We slowly are developing a little bit of a trend coming up. It's ascending. Okay, we are making a higher high, higher low, a higher high, hopefully a higher low building here. But we need that volume to close above here. I can tell you guys, if we don't have enough momentum going into 1 o'clock, you guys know they'll fake it out, bring it down here, break this trend, drop it down into this green box, and then maybe possibly take out that lower wick and then come down to the bottom of the box at the 200 EMA. That could happen. I'm just advising you guys that that could happen going into 1 o'clock. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully this can continue to drive and close above that white line. Then maybe just a small pullback and then we drive with hourly momentum. That's my bias. That's what I hope for. Again, trading is not hoping. Trading is not praying. But it's good to have a prediction of an analysis of a move that could happen, so you are well prepared for everything that's to come. Okay, but also manipulation. I've seen it. This could close right at the high, right at the white line, and then the next candle will open red, ignited, and just drop, or they'll gap it down. Watch, guys. A lot of candles during this session have been gapped down where it shouldn't have been gapped down. Those are manipulated moves. Okay, 45 seconds. Big bullish candle coming right back up near the high. Remember our white line, you guys know this, 23.26. It's our hourly resistance. See, it came up again. They're pushing it right back down. 30 seconds to go. Now watch, they could exhaust, look at this guys, look how disgusting this is. They could exhaust this entire candle in the last 20 seconds. Okay, this is where volatility will come in, be ready. Okay, US 30 is making another push at this resistance going into 1 o'clock. Okay, so here's the close, bearish. You can see on Bookmap, they've rejected it. See the depth of market, like how when it opens at 1 o'clock, look at how these numbers change. Okay, so where did we close? We closed above that 9 EMA. Got a doji candle still inside here. We did not close with any volume above that hourly white resistance. So all we can hope for is maybe an impulse candle breakout. And with that impulse candle breakout, then maybe the body will close above that white line. But it's not there yet. So we have to acknowledge that it could pull back down into here. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully with this hourly momentum we get that driving force. And we get that impulse break above there. US 30 got rejected again here. So how many times have they been rejected? They've been rejected 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. This is the 4th rejection on US 30 right here. So careful guys up here if you're looking for buys on US 30 unless we get something developing above here. Okay, so we're trying now. Okay, so the opening 1 o'clock, there was a lot of selling pressure at the opening of the candle. They were looking to transact down there, but the buyers again are asking to trade up here. Okay, they're asking to trade right by that VWAP. That's where our hourly line is. Can we break through here with some momentum? We have a lack of green volume. Okay, so with a lack of green volume, the sellers can easily push this market down if they want. Okay, so we need to ask to trade up here with some volume. Yeah, be patient with US 30. Okay, you see this big red zone? Just extend it across. You got your double bottom, 1 bottom, 2 bottoms. Okay, so just visually looking at US 30, kind of double bottomed at the low of the day right there. There's your W. So naturally, let's see if US 30 can break out of here impulsively. Maybe close with some volume, retest this, and see if it can drive. If not, they're going to push it right back down into here. Okay, so we got rejected. Got rejected. This is volatility now. 2.5 minutes have transpired on the 1 o'clock higher time frame hourly candle. They rejected again. How many times have they rejected it here? Multiple times. It just stuck in this zone. Okay, unfortunately we got caught in this consolidated period. Okay, but driving right back up. Guys, do you guys understand the importance of having volume close above this white line? I don't know how to stress the importance of it and the significance of it, but it really, really means a lot to the depth of market. See, there's just a lack of green volume right here. It's like non-existent. Okay, so we've just and then if there's a lack of green volume, lack of interest in the buyers, then this is where it's easy for a seller to have like an elevator come down to find the next tranche of buyers. Okay, do you guys understand what I mean by that? If there's a lack of buyers, which is showing us currently, lack of buying volume, that can make it very easy for a seller to just break it down and to find where the next buyers are. But you see how we're still holding structure, and now the buyers have got some interest. See, we got our first green bar. So they're asking to trade back up here. Something transpired right here at 23.38 right here. So when it came down, that triggered something. That could have triggered where there was a big order. Okay, so now you see, look at the green volume now. Where did that come from? It just came out of right here at this 2338.4 block right here. Okay, so now we got our push up, it got activated, we closed with our volume above our hourly, we got an ignited bar, can break above these wicks. Any pullbacks now, we want to use the white line as our support, so continue doing your charting, a little bit above, a little bit below. Okay, if we do pull back into here, so now we finally got our ignited bar breaking, it came right up to our red line. So guys, full recap. We came down. There was a lack of volume at 1 o'clock. Okay, at the end of the candles when it came in, it activated this block 2338.4, and then right away when it got activated, they were asking to trade up here, and we're now currently above the VWAP, and hopefully now we get our push to take out our previous highs over here and drive. Okay, that's the alert being triggered that I placed at this red line. There we go, guys. Okay. So we got our 30, running now 35. Top of this wick, 50% up there, could be 47, 50 pip up right up there, okay? And then our next white line, that's our hourly resistance. Okay, guys, I'm going to a break even now. I'm going to a break even on the trade. I hope you guys go to a break even now. Okay, scale out if you need to, move a trailing stop loss. Okay, so we broke now above the VWAP. It could pull right back down into it, so just be aware of that. Okay, but where will this candle close? If this one can close above this red line, these bodies, maybe we continue to build up here and drive up to there. But we could retrace right back down to where we broke out at 1 o'clock. Okay, so just keep in mind. Captain Boom, break even, 80% off table, good. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, guys. Okay. Okay, so please, guys, manage the trade. Okay, up to there, guys, that's almost 40 pips. Okay, 40. Okay, the top of that wick is 45 right up here, the top of that prior wick. Okay, so we're pulling now offers out of the depth of market, and you can see our bids populating below us. Okay, so this trade made up for my lost trade, and I came back and got it. Okay, so that's being persistent, it's being disciplined, it's giving some room to breathe, and it's not getting rattled by taking a loss, guys. It's all part of the psychology of trading. That's why I asked you guys, do you guys get rattled when you take a loss? Do you guys revenge trade? Do you guys reevaluate? Do you guys go for a walk? What do you guys do? Okay. While I'm saying this, guys, I am scaling out. Okay. Just want to tell you guys, full transparency. I got back what I lost and a little bit, so I'm happy after this session, because it was a tough session, but we escaped it. Okay, we stuck with it. We stayed with the volume. My bias didn't break. Like I didn't flip into a seller. I still stayed with my buy bias, but I just needed more buying volume to come in, and it came in at 1 o'clock, just after 1 o'clock. So congratulations, guys, if you guys got something out of that. If you guys appreciated the breakdowns, okay, please hit the like button. US 30 is just still in this range in here, but guys, please, because that's it. We stayed a little longer to hold this trade, but if you guys are continuing to trade forward, if volume can close above this red line, maybe we can build off of it. But always understand, yes, we are still counter trading, because the original red selling of gold, we did make a good amount of 40 to 45 pips. You can't take that for granted, because then it pulls back down, and then you got to go through those motions again. So if we continue to work this area and holds, maybe we'll come back up and continue to drive this hour. But you see, we had our impulse breakout, okay, but we got rewarded because we were already in the trade, and then now you see how it's pulling right back down into maybe to consolidate again right near this VWAP. And then you got to go through those motions again. It could continue to build, it could continue to consolidate, the sellers could bring it right back down, but as long as you're holding level by level and it's still respecting these levels, then that's what builds the depth of market. Okay, but guys, that was that's it for today's call. So tomorrow is Thursday. I'll be back 11 a.m. We'll get back into it, guys. Just look at your earnings today after hours. Going to be a busy day. Make a note of this one. Meta Platforms, they're one of the biggest in the world, formerly Facebook, right here at 405. Okay, so Meta is a big one. Chipotle, if you're interested in this to see how retailers are spending their money, are they paying $30 for their naked burrito over here? Probably not, but we'll see what their earnings are. If you follow Ford, big three auto manufacturers in the US, Ford, GM, Chrysler, which is now known as Stellantis, and IBM also. Okay, guys, and we'll see you guys. Be careful trading if you are trading in the after hours. Just before we go, our Discord signal channel, you can, if you guys just want signals alone for $1 a day like this, you guys can subscribe to that. We recommend you subscribe to the entire group. There you can get put in our Discord channel. You can get all of our education and all of our other live Zoom sessions. Okay, so thank you guys. I appreciate all of you guys. Check out our SST Kill Shot MQL5 right over here. If you're interested in the expert advisor, you can join the free Telegram group and get engaged with all the members using it and pass ideas off each other. If you're interested in a expert advisor, and you can download the free demo at MQL5 with that link. Okay, guys. So gold, okay, big wick push down. Got a big injection of some volume. Who knows, guys? Maybe after the call, if you got a runner, maybe continue to drive. Our next, I'll just give you a couple point of interest. Our next hourly resistance target is 23.30. If you guys want to make note of that next white line. And then above us, our next hourly white line is 23.34. Okay, so as I'm speaking, you know what I was saying? It's got a big wick to fill, but with momentum at 1 o'clock, if it can fill, maybe it continues to drive to 23.30. And then if you're still in, that would be a entire zone fill to the next hourly resistance of approximately 55 to 60 pips if it can drive up there. Okay, and US 30 is working this area. Keep an eye on this if you're going to continue to trade. Nice double bottom on US 30. Maybe let's see if it can break out, close. Again, flip your red box green. If it drives into here, see if it can pick up that liquidity and continue to drive. If it fills the zone from here to there, you can see it's 60 pips. Half of it is right up to maybe right here. See where the 5-minute candles were trading prior? So then draw your red line right at that previous resistance and measure it, and it's probably 30 pips. Exactly 30 pips, okay? So even that's 50% halfway price action. If it goes to the top, there's 60. So it's easy peasy, guys. Keep trading simple. Make trading great again. I'm going to get a red hat that says make trading great again. And I will see you guys tomorrow. God bless everyone. Have a great day. See you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed today's call. Have a great day. Hopefully gold can continue to maybe possibly break and close above this red line. Continue pushing. See you guys tomorrow. Please hit the likes, subscribes, share the video, and we appreciate that. Thank you, guys.
Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to the live session of Stocks Never Trading. My name is Dave, guys. My partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell. Okay, I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please secure.